Bianca Belair has addressed this big question about Jade Cargill in this video. I'm going to tell you exactly what that question is, what she had to say, and why it's so significant. Because Jade Cargill, Bianca Belair, they have been tied at the hip since earlier this year. It's a match in which we want to see, yet WWE, they are insisting on making us wait. In the meantime, though, we're having a lot of fun with this tag team. Ever since the Women's Royal Rumble match, Jade Cargill, Bianca Belair, that epic showdown, the tease of which has been something that fans still talk about. It's an iconic moment. It's an iconic photo every single time you see it. It makes you excited about the possibility of what these two women can do inside of the Swerve Circle, not as tag team partners, but as singles competitors. One-on-one, Jade Cargill, Bianca Belair. It's going to be epic. Now, coming out of Bash in Berlin, WWE, they decided to run it back because Jade Cargill, Bianca Belair, since earlier this year, they've been tied at the hip. They were tag team champions once. They dropped them at the to Alba Fire and Isla Dawn, and then they reclaimed them at Bash in Berlin. They are champions once again. It wasn't a move that I would have made, but clearly the fans want to see this tag team continue. I pitched the idea that you do a heel turn with Jade Cargill turning on Bianca Belair after Belair took the pinfall loss. That way it sets up a perfect heel turn for Jade Cargill. She has a reason as to why she turned heel, a reason why they're feuding, and a reason why Bianca Belair wants to get her revenge on Jade Cargill. Jade Cargill lays her out, yada, 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 and then it leads to a singles match, whether that be October 5th at Bad Blood, or Crown Jewel in Saudi Arabia, or even Survivor Series, right, in late November. Now, let's talk about this big question with Jade Cargill, okay? Because Belair, she's certainly one of the top female stars in all of WWE right now, who has experienced highs and lows over the years, and now she is being faced with a daunting task of when does this match happen? When, of course, does the Jade Cargill versus Bianca Belair moment happen? When does this singles match happen? It's a match that I want to see. Now, while appearing on Fanatics, she spoke about this. Belair said this when asked about a potential singles match between her and Jade Cargill. I know a lot of people, even before she came to WWE, were like, oh, that's a dream match. Bianca Belair, Jade. And I'm like, everyone always wants what they can't have. But now, it could be a possibility, but not now. Not now. She continued. When I was presented with the opportunity to tag with her, I'm like, yeah, this would be great. Because what's better than one? It's two. And I feel like it hits so much different when we're together. I think that people got a taste of that at the Royal Rumble, where we were across the ring from each other and we were pressing and we were representing strong, powerful, and confident women. That's important to both of us, and everybody saw that moment at the Royal Rumble. And we did that without saying anything or touching anything, and magic happened. So now we're on the same side. We're here to take the tag team division by storm. A lot to break down there, right? A lot to break down there. So, yes, we did get the tease of these two powerful women in the Royal Rumble match. It's something in which is a huge match. I've talked about in the past how I think this is a WrestleMania headlining type of match. It's definitely a PLE headlining match if you wanted to do that. It's not a matter of if this match is going to happen. It's a matter of when this match is going to happen, how they get there, and when exactly it's going to take place, whether it be at a WrestleMania or a SummerSlam or even a Royal Rumble, right? Like, when is this going to happen? How does it happen? To her point that they want to take the tag team division by storm. Well, they've done that, and they've done that for the last few months. Really, you going back to WrestleMania 40, them being aligned with Naomi, working a 6-woman tag team match against Damage Control, that was really when the bond really came together between Jade Cargill and Bianca Belair. And look, it's been a lot of fun to watch, but everything has a shelf life. Everything has an expiration date. And I think this tag team, we are getting a lot closer to the end than we are in, say, the middle of the run, right? Paul Heyman, he likes to make references to innings in baseball with the Bloodline storyline, how they're only in the 6th inning. I think we're a lot closer to the 9th in this feud, or in this pairing, because, look, I understand they just won the Women's Tag Team Championships at Bash in Berlin, but that doesn't mean that they have to go on a 6-month reign, a 1-year reign as champions, right? They could do a 1-month run together, and then they get the feud. I've seen a lot of people also say, well, you don't need to necessarily have them feud. What if they just never break up? What if they just go their own separate ways and they come together when storylines are needed? They watch each other's backs, and you keep Jade as a babyface. You don't turn her heel. And I can understand where people are coming from, because I saw one user, he commented on a recent video talking about how, well, the Road Warriors never broke up and split and feuded with each other, right? Like, they did their own thing sometimes, but they never had like an actual heated rivalry. And I get that. And I get that there are exceptions out there. You look at situations in which tag teams never should have feuded with one another. I think of like Edge and Christian, or the Dudleys, or the Hardys, right? But I also see, like, if you go back to a Shawn Michaels versus Marty Jannetty, they needed to feud, right? That helped Shawn Michaels. Marty Jannetty, the only reason that his career didn't take off as much as many people thought he would originally, well, it was because of his own personal demons, right? And his party and everything like that. But with Jade Cargill, we've seen her be a dominant heel in AEW, and it's worked. And we've continued for years now to see Bianca Belair as this lovable babyface that everyone loves, and it's worked. And I think when you have such a magical combination of Pro Wrestling 101 is you have a beloved babyface that everyone wants to succeed, and you have a heel who is trying to take away everything that babyface stands for, or a championship, right? That kind of fits the bill, right? We know Jade can play the heel part, and we obviously know that Bianca can play the babyface part. So it's like, why don't we just go ahead and do this program and then move on with it, right? I think it's going to be fun. I think if we just take our time, take a little deep breath. I'm talking to myself here. In time, we're going to get this singles match. In time. But just like Jade has talked about, just like Bianca has talked about, and just like the fans have talked about, it's just going to take some time. And with time comes great things. Patience is something in which I think we all should practice in life. And with Jade Cargill versus Bianca Belair, that's certainly a match that we're going to have to wait for. Hey, y'all. Hit that like button, subscribe button, and notification bell so you are notified every single time we upload new wrestling content here to the channel. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see y'all in the next video.